Hello, welcome to another session of Microsoft PowerPoint. Now that we have learned about what is Microsoft PowerPoint, how to navigate within a presentation, and also the different screens and views all of us can use while creating our presentation and delivering it, it is time to learn how to create new slides. So let's begin our session today. Today we will be learning all about creating a new presentation from scratch, working with slides, saving a new presentation, and few tips and guidelines to make your life a bit easy when you're working with Microsoft PowerPoint. So let's start. How do you create a new presentation? Now that we know when we open Microsoft PowerPoint, we get two options. Actually, three. See, one is you can create a blank document. So when you create a blank document, you get a clear slide, a blank slide, and then you can keep on adding more slides. The next is you can open an already working document. So let's say if you have been working with any other presentation slides, you can actually open that as well and start working on it. And the third one is working with templates. Now, I have told you how preloaded templates are already present in Microsoft PowerPoint. And once you select that template, you can work with the same, customize it as per your requirement. So let's see how can we create a new presentation. So we will go back to Microsoft PowerPoint and the presentation that we had opened. We'll go to File, and as you see, there's a blank presentation option. There are the ones that we have been working on, and here you will get themes and templates. Once you click onto the more themes, as you see, there's an arrow here. Click onto it, and you can search for online templates and themes here. For example, you see there are different themes like color of the year, floral, modern angles, color swatch. So there are different themes which are available for your use, and you do not have to design anything. You can customize them as per your choice. But let's say you want to look for templates. You can click here and it will take some time, but you see so many different templates have opened here, and you can use any of them for your classroom or for your research presentation. Similarly, you can look for, let's say, business, and once you click onto this magnifying glass, give it a few seconds, and you see different templates for business presentations are here. You can select any one of them and use it to create a new presentation. Isn't that wonderful? It saves from all your last minute troubles in case you have to create a presentation in a very short span of time. Now, we will go to working with slides. Working with slides involves different operations. One is inserting. When the user starts creating a presentation, the title slide will be present. So when you open a blank document, you see you get one slide, but then you have to keep on adding slides, right? So you can do the same, and you can add as many slides that is required. There is no hard and fast rule that there is a cap or there's a limit for the number of slides you can use. So let's say you are a teacher and you will be teaching physics in the class. Now you have created a presentation, but what you want to do is you want to follow the same presentation and create as many slides just for the physics class. What you can do is you can add sections to it. So this is how you can keep on inserting slides and use one presentation and create number of slides that you want to. Setting the layout. Users can change the layout of the slides. You can select the layout of the slides from the slides pane. Now, each and every slide is not required to look the same. In some places, there will be just content or narrative. In some slides, there will be a lot of graphics and images. In some slides, there will be a video or an audio recording. But does it need to follow the same layout? Absolutely not. But there should be a common synergy in all the slides, as in the theme should be same and the layout can be changed. So you can always work on the layout that are there in the slides itself. Third, you can delete a slide directly, but be very careful when you're doing it. See, let's say you do not want a certain slide and you see that it's already been repeated. Delete it. You see that this slide does not have any use with the presentation. In case there won't be any future use of that slide, delete it. But be very careful. Once you delete the slide, you won't be able to retrieve it unless and until you do undo. So make sure that you don't delete a slide without going through it. In case it's required, take that slide, copy it, and paste it in a new presentation and keep the same so that you can use it for your future use. The next and the last is arrange slides. When we were learning slide sorter view, we learned that we can arrange the slides sequentially as per our requirement. If that means the slide number 8 needs to be shifted to slide number 3, we can do the same. How do we do it? Also something that we learned with the help of slide sorter view. So use slide sorter view whenever you're arranging your slides sequentially. Now, let us learn these 4 things that we just learned about when we are going to work with slides. So when we are working with slides, let's say you want to add a slide here. So you go to insert and just after new slide, let's say I want to put a comparison. So I add the slide here, right? You can choose the layout of the slide or you can duplicate the slides also. I want a content with caption. I will add it here. This is how you can add a different kinds of slides also, and it does not need to follow the same layout in every slide because sometimes your slide will actually have a different requirement. Let's say as a teacher your 5 slides will just have text and images, but the 6th slide might just contain a video. So do you need the text bars there? No, not required. Neither you required any text blocks. So you can just upload the video in your presentation and can play the same in the class itself. The third that we learned, that is setting the layout. So as I was saying, after you add a slide, you can set the layout as well. So let's say you click on here and you can add a different layout. So always do a right click, go to layout and select the layout that you want. You can put a title only, you can add the title here and insert images, objects, or whatever you want to insert it here. So this is how you determine the layout. The next is delete. Now to delete this slide, you can either do delete slide or you can do or you can select the slide and click on delete, right? But be careful, retrieve your delete slide if you have mistakenly deleted it, right? So always do undo. And make sure that you are always reading your slide before you're deleting it to see you won't have any further use of that slide. The next is arranging the slides. Well, again, go to view, go to slide sorter and arrange your slides sequentially. Make sure that you're taking a note of the sequence of where you're shifting the slides to which number and it's changed as per that. If it's not matching, you can undo it and again redo it. but be careful when you are sequencing your slides as per your requirement. Now that we know about how to work with slides, the next thing we need to learn is how to save the slide. So saving a presentation is easy and always save your presentation. Let's learn how to save your presentation. So we will go back, go to this presentation, go to normal view, go to file, and you can click on save as and save your presentation in your drive or in your computer. Make sure that every time you incorporate any change on the slide, you click on save so that those changes are also saved. Always save your file before closing your system or before shutting down your desktop. Make sure that all of your files are saved so that you do not have to come back, work on it again, or lose all information. Now that we have learned about how to save a presentation, we are going to learn few tips and guidelines. Well, these tips and guidelines are actually going to save a lot of your time when you are creating a presentation. So let's see how to do it. One, so, just now we learned about that whenever we need to add a new slide, we need to go to insert and add a new slide. Well, you actually don't have to do that. To do that, to insert a new slide, you can just click on Control and M. Once you click onto Control and M, you can add a new slide in your presentation. Yes, you can change the indent level of the bulleted text with just Alt, Shift, right or left arrow key. So what you do is if you want right indent, do Alt Shift right arrow key. If you want left indent, then Alt Shift left arrow key. Always note this small keyboard shortcuts because this saves a lot of your time. Keep the text precise. Users can write the text in notes to be used as cue in presenting. See, there's a small rule that we all follow when we create a presentation. A presentation should never be text heavy because your Word document is anyway text heavy. If you're presenting your Word document as a presentation format, well, a lot of your text will be lost to the audience that you are presenting it to. You would not want to do that because your audience are going to lose their focus and attention from the points that you are trying to highlight. What you should do is limit the number of words that you are adding in a presentation. Keep it short, keep it precise, keep it to the point. All the explanations can be added to the notes, and you can use the notes as a cue when you are presenting it to your target audience. Also, if you are fearing that you won't be able to explain the presentations, well, we just learned in the previous session that presenter view is there to help you out. With the help of presenter view, you will be able to view the notes and explain your slides. By the way, the audience will not be able to see the presenter view. So it's okay, they won't be able to know that you are reading out from the notes itself of the PowerPoint presentation that you are presenting. The next tip is that you can add audio or video in the presentation. Let's say in the class, you as a teacher, you want to add a 1 minute short film on a certain topic. You download that video from the YouTube or from the place where you are taking the video from and add it to your presentation. And you can play the same while continuing with your presentation. Isn't it wonderful? You can actually add a lot of audios. Let's say you want to, add some sort of audio with you explaining a concept. You can do that as well. So you can add audio and video in your presentation. But one thing, please note of it, your file size will increase because you have added audio or video file. The next is when you are selecting all the objects, always do Control plus A. You might already know that, but because in your slides there will be far more objects which you might need to align, group, resize, crop. always do Control plus A. Use pictures which are appropriate for the presentation. In a class, if you're teaching physics, you would not want present images of, let's say, trees or nature just because that picture looks beautiful. Use pictures which are appropriate for the presentation and images which will help the target audience to know what you are explaining in the slide. Make sure that they match with the content that you are sharing with them. So, I know you are quite curious for the how to see the slide, how to add the slides. So let's go back to a blank presentation. And once you click here, do Control M, and that's it. See, a new slide has been added. You can always change the slide layout with the help of layout, but see, adding a new slide is always easy. Now for the indent part, make sure you're doing Alt plus Shift and right or left indent, depending. Use the right or left arrow key. Make sure when you are selecting all the objects, you're doing Control plus A. So let's say I'll insert two objects. One do Control A, and both the objects, all the things are selected together, right? So be careful whenever you want to select objects, whenever you want to do grouping, you can do all of these things together. Make sure that you're not putting too much of text on your presentations and not making it text heavy. Make it visually appealing and to the point so that your target audience know what you're presenting and what are the points that you're putting forward to them. So these are the small things that you require to know about making a presentation